Well, hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to your biggest glow up in 2025. Focus on each card individually. The one that draws your attention has a specific message for you. This year is all about discipline, really focusing on where you want to see the most improvement of your life. Each pile contains a specific area where you will see the most glow up. This does not mean that you won't excel in other areas of your life, but you will look back on 2025 knowing that you invested fully and see radical results. So focus on each pile. The timestamps are in the comments below, and I'll see you on the other side. Well, hello, beautiful soul. If you chose pile 1, this is your reading, and it's clearly evident from all the cards that popped out when I was shuffling that you are going to see a major glow up in your financial sector. Now, this does not mean that other areas of your life will not excel. It just means that your focus is going to nurture and grow your finances in such an impactful way over 2025. I cannot believe that I shuffled every deck that is all separate from each other, and each deck had a connection to finances. So it is pretty clear that you're investing in yourself, you're showing up, and you are backing yourself. You're having faith with ideas, you have a lot of wisdom and knowledge, you're very gifted, and you are going to transform your wealth in 2025. This is a period where you are multiplying. I'm seeing the word multiplication and addition in the crystal ball right there as I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. But as you can see already, that even the smallest of ideas are going to grow into something truly monumental indeed. Now, this is about growing where you're planted. It's also about knowing where you belong and having that sense of value. So this period is about you investing in yourself, valuing yourself, and knowing your worth. You're showing up for yourself, of course, and a lot of you, as I already mentioned, you're very talented, and repetition is the key to your success, because the more you do something, the more you master it, you become a master or a mistress of your craft. And, whatever it is that you are investing at this time in, whether it is your assets, whether it's in portfolio, whether it's in your pension, whether it's in your job, or whether you're looking for a job that you want to excel in, this is the year to amplify. I also see that this is a period where promoting your work or networking will really help you expand in all your areas. And if you're currently in a career, I see this year as being a year where you will get promoted or get a deal or an opportunity that increases your wealth and your status, and also, brings in more responsibility, but long term, this investment will increase your wealth. And a lot of you are going to invest in pensions for the long term. Even if you're currently retired, I feel a lot of you are focused on your money. You're holding on to what you have already. I feel like you're secure, especially with that blue lobster. This indicates that, you are holding on with what you have accomplished so far, and you are protecting your wealth with knowledge, increasing your understanding on how to safeguard your finances, but also how to invest so that you can increase. So I definitely see that this year is a major glow up when it comes to your wealth. Now let's take it card by card. Your first card there is wisdom, okay? So this indicates that you are someone who is highly gifted. You actually have a lot of knowledge already, but you're increasing that. So a lot of you may have already invested in some sort of course of learning, or you have been searching for a course of learning or even knowledge online of how to learn more about financial structures, generational wealth, and basically safeguarding your wealth for yourself and your family for years to come. This doesn't have to be just financial. It can be in terms of property. It can be in terms of acquisitions. Whatever it is, I definitely see here that you have the knowledge and the instinct to make really great decisions. Now, it literally says you have been here before and you know what to do, yet you fear disappointing others. The wise choice may not be the popular choice, but choose for the highest good in this situation. So sometimes you're going to make some decisions that are more in alignment with what you need for you, and everything else will slot into place. This is about choosing your path and authentically moving towards your goal. Some of you, if you're thinking about studying, it could be out of town, or it could be during a time period where perhaps other people have expectations upon you, and you may have to factor that in or have some level of balance in order to basically multitask your life, but at the same time, I feel like you're stepping up to believe in yourself and invest in yourself, and you're marching to the beat of your own drum. You're factoring in other people's expectations of you, but at the same time, you are not compromising what you need to do for yourself. This is your time. You are super disciplined. That clock there indicates that you're not wasting time. You're not procrastinating. I feel a lot of you may actually separate yourself briefly in order to focus on something that requires no distractions. We've got solitude, so this can indicate in silence lots of wonderful transformative ideas are going to come towards you. If you're an entrepreneur, these are going to be very lucrative times for you, because I definitely see that new ideas are coming, expansion. A lot of you may actually revisit ideas that you've already had in motion or written down, and you're going to invest in them in 2025, and they are going to multiply your wealth. I mean, whoever you are in pile 1, I definitely see lots of different streams of income, and this solitude card indicates that you're not, having any distractions during this period, and you may even carve out some time for yourself to work on new areas to expand financially, and also, have new knowledge. This could be in terms of books that you purchase online. They could be how to increase your wealth or how to utilize your time more effectively. A lot of you are building new schedules or time frames. You may be getting up earlier, for example, in order to focus on something so that you don't have distractions, but also factor in the rest of your life there. But this card, it says spending time alone is often what we need to hear the whispers of our soul. Get to know all aspects of yourself so you can stand on your own in any situation. So a lot of you with this card, I feel if you're not an entrepreneur already, I see that you're definitely becoming your own boss or setting up an entrepreneurial ship in the year ahead. Now, I definitely see that you are investing in knowledge. You already have natural wisdom here, the fact that you've got the wisdom card, but because the next card is book, I feel a lot of you could be gifted a book that will really help you, or you could invest in a book that helps you with financial strategies, or, basically learning how to migrate your business in many different forms. Some of you maybe even overseas, because there's a lot of expansion here. You have the seedlings and you have the tree of life. The tree of life actually connects to the hangman energy, which is new knowledge. And the fact that you've got the book there, it indicates that you're investing in yourself and you are building upon your knowledge. And a lot of you, it doesn't even have to be in terms of books. It can be hands-on experience that you're learning as you go. A lot of you are learning and earning at the same time. And this book indicates that some of you may even write a book about your experiences on how you have created some sort of empire or, your skill set, because you have a lot of knowledge. Some of your wisdom is actually going to be invested on the written page. So it could be that you are actually creating a handbook on whatever it is that you do. Some of you may also have a niche when it comes to your knowledge. Even if you're retired, it could be that you're writing a novel, or you're writing, your story or your experiences, either in your life or in your work or an industry that you used to work in, and you are using that knowledge in order to build some sort of passive income. So a lot of you are going to benefit from writing a book or investing some time in writing a blog or something online that perhaps informs other people and can multiply wealth. And some of you, whether you just don't have time right now to invest in a book, this could be knowledge on how to increase your wealth. A lot of you are selling either your goods or services. We literally have a cash register here, okay? So this is money, money, money. So I definitely see here that you're counting what you have already. You're really grateful, but you are all about transforming and improving your finances, building your wealth. So some of you could actually discover new savings plans or maybe apps online on how to budget or strategize. Some of you will use AI, for example. There's no judgment here on, whatever tools you use in order to build your wealth. There's an energy here of ambition, of going from strength to strength. There's literally an arrow in that card right there. Arrows tend to represent ambition, being on target. So you're strategizing, you're keeping an eye on your finances. So, there's a saying, keep an eye on your pennies or cents and the dollars or pounds will take care of themselves. So I definitely see here that you are not wasteful when it comes to your finances. I feel like you're building an empire. It's number 4, this card, which means strategy, stability, a foundation of wealth that you're going to continue to build upon. Now, some of you, it doesn't literally have to be in money or currency. It can be in precious metals because there's, some sort of precious stones there as well. So it could be some sort of resource, a precious metal or precious, stone there, maybe even art for some of you. I feel like you are building in your wealth in different forms to protect your finances. A lot of you have got a financial strategy, but it could be that you're setting up a new idea or you're branching out. And when we get to that Queen of Pentacles, a lot of you will be getting some sort of promotion this year, or you will actually move into a role where if you're an entrepreneur already, it could be that you are branching out and setting up another company, for example, or you are kind of having like some sort of umbrella to the company that you have. You may be looking into trusts. You may be looking into, diversifying your portfolio. This is a big deal for group number 1 because, I feel a lot of you are thinking about investing in many different places. Especially since you have the butterfly there, this can indicate, that when you complete something, you're on to the next. It can also indicate that you've been doing a lot of ruminating for some months or even years on a project. If you think about the butterfly, it transforms and, that caterpillar goes into the chrysalis. So a lot of you may actually go into solitude mode, hermit mode, as it were, in order to think about new ideas to transform wealth. Whenever the caterpillar goes into the chrysalis, it gets absorbed in, itself, as it were. It transforms, changes form into the butterfly. So some of your ideas that you already have in motion could be ready to launch because the butterfly is all about spreading your wings and just going for it. I definitely see here that this is a very transformative year for your finances. And of course, there's always ups and downs when it comes to finances, but I feel like you have the tools and the resources to navigate any changes or fluctuations this year. Also, in business, I see a lot of you, especially if you're an entrepreneur, this is a year to really not just diversify, but also to be a social butterfly, network, invest in perhaps expos or some sort of networking event that helps you meet like-minded individuals, especially if you're an entrepreneur already and you work for yourself. Sometimes you can get so lost and absorbed in what you're doing, it becomes a little bit isolating or lonely, and you may want to get out there and, build upon your clientele list or expand. I definitely see new people being drawn to whatever it is that you do. And if you work for a company, I definitely see here that people in high places are noticing your work ethic and they want to elevate you to a new position. If you're currently looking for work so that you can expand when it comes to your finances, I definitely see there's an opportunity coming towards you, maybe even 2, I see, because I see a lot of you kind of investing in something that you do on your own, but also being very integrated. So it could be a new idea that you have sort of springs to life and suddenly you invest in that. And it's something that you're doing either from the home space, because Queen of Pentacles can also be that you're multiplying wealth from the home. So a lot of you could be doing something, either writing that book or maybe even selling things like pre-loved goods online, for example, and making a little bit of a profit, for example. For some of you, this could also be that you're going up for an interview and it's a managerial position. And I definitely see that when you start the role, it will be a starting position, but as you close out 2025, you've moved into a new pay grade and even got new status there, as well as more responsibility. Now, I do have to say that yes, this pile 1, you are going to be very successful. I mean, you've even got the card of success there that popped out. I shuffled each deck. Now, of course, you can't see that I did that, but, you know, take me at my word. I shuffled each deck, and I could not believe that there was a complete sign for all of you that this is going to be a very successful year for you. Now, of course, 2025, in terms of global finances, it's going to be a bit of a challenging year, but I feel this is a ripe time for people who are either starting up or actually, you know, expanding on knowledge or even building their empire. And even if you are working for a company, I feel there's a bit of a restructure or reshuffle there, and you protect your role. Okay, and I see that you're tapped for some sort of promotion, but success has shown up there for you. Also, this stone is very important for you to note. It's MAHRUKH, which basically amplifies success in any area that you focus on. But as you have so many earthy cards, you know, trees symbolically, they represent wealth, you know, seedlings or ideas. And also you have that Queen of Pentacles there, which means you have your mind on your money and your money on your mind. So that Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you work hard for everything that you accomplish. You've got a plan, you're sticking to that plan. You know, I also feel like if you have any dependents, like your family or friends, they will also benefit from all the finances or the empire that you are building. You know, the Queen of Pentacles is a very earthy, grounded person, not showy with the wealth. So I feel like, you know, you're going to be humble in all this success, which only helps you attract more wealth. And the Queen of Pentacles, as I mentioned before, a lot of the wealth can also come from the home space. So some of you, you know, ideas from home, or, you know, maybe even an online business, for example, I definitely see this will benefit you at this time. Queen of Pentacles normally has a rabbit in it, which means multiplying wealth. So I'm not surprised that we saw the words addition and multiplication there, because I definitely see that when you leave 2025, you've worked really hard to make sure that you financially grow your portfolio or you have savings, because this is about using your resources wisely. Queen of Pentacles, she knows how to find a deal. Now, this is not a gender-specific reading. It just indicates that you're being really savvy with your finances and you are not compromising quality or luxury. You know, it's not about quantity, it's about quality. And I definitely see that you're getting good discounts. You may even find things that you want to purchase, because with all these wealth cards here, it can indicate that you're having a glow up in your lifestyle. Some of you may be purchasing property, or you may be going into property, or you may actually be expanding overseas in your industry. And whatever it is, I feel like you are just reinvesting in yourself so that you are building generational wealth there. Now, also the Queen of Pentacles indicates that, you know, you're a doer. You don't kind of like have these wonderful ideas and just stop there. I definitely see that you're focused, you're ambitious, you're serious, and you have attention to detail. And this is going to take you to the top. I mean, even when I shuffled the money deck here, all these cards popped out. I couldn't believe it. I only wanted one from each deck, really, but some decks, they yielded 3 or 4 cards. But your first one here is say yes to the things you think you can't do. So you're definitely coming out of a comfort zone. You're doing things that are bold and daring. New ideas are going to grow into something really big for you there. I feel like this is the year of opportunity for you, because saying yes means you're open to everything that comes your way. We also have leadership there. So a lot of you in, in industry, I see promotion or managerial work coming through for you, even roles where you're going to move up to the next level. And if you're an entrepreneur, this is about taking leadership and ownership of your time, your energy. I mean, it literally says it's time to step up into a leadership role in your own life. You can expect to succeed in leadership positions, and your finances will greatly improve once you accept and step into your power. So this is a highly energized and powerful year for you. Okay, and as I said, it doesn't mean that you're not going to excel in other areas of your life. I feel like you're valuing yourself in a different way this year, and I feel like you're open to so much prosperity, and this is the year of good karma coming back to you. And I feel with this, there's envy. Whenever anyone has a glow up, especially financially, expect some people behind the scenes to want what you've got. Now, you're very gifted and very talented. Otherwise, you wouldn't be reaching all of this financial opportunity. And I feel it says here, you could be envying other people's financial success. But looking at these cards, I'd say that's a no. I think that they are envying your position. It says try not to live beyond your means just to keep up with others. And I definitely see that Queen of Pentacles there. You're not doing that. That's the grounding force. I mean, if it was a Queen of Wands, that's a card that indicates you may splash the cash and maybe spend a little bit more than you manage to save, for example. But this card, it also says others could be envying your success. Careful who you trust with money matters. Okay, now it did blur ever so slightly there, and I feel that's a sign to let you know that this is the one that the card kind of wants you to pay close attention to. I'm just going to pop this card down. I would say if you are lending any money to anybody and you want it back, make sure you have a contract, okay, or make sure that it is official, that they have a certain due date to pay that money back by. If you're lending money to friends, for example, and you don't want it back, I feel there is a wonderful generosity of spirit, kind of karma coming back to you as well. But also, I would be mindful who you tell your ideas to and your successes to, because sometimes people, they're not envious of you or they don't want you to fail. It's just that your success reminds them that they are in the position that they're at, and they may not feel like they are successful, or they may feel they lack something, so they automatically kind of reflect on how you are either leaving them behind or how, they wish that they were the same as you. And that can like flip the energy a little bit, where it drains a little bit of your success away. I'm not saying they're doing that on purpose, but sometimes when you tell a person, what you're up to, and they're really happy for you, there's always that tinge of like, I wish it was me. And that little tinge of energy is still energy, and it can put like a minor block on some of that hard work that you've been doing. It may just be extra hard work, for example. So I would say protect your energy, protect your successes, and just watch your glow up, because you're invested and you're not wasting your time. There's no procrastination here as well. When you have an idea on something, it's really great to keep it to yourself, because the idea, you have that spark, you have that energy, you have that excitement about whatever it is that you want to do. And as soon as you tell your plans to another person, suddenly it becomes a chore, because now someone else expects you to do what you said you were going to do. And you know you're going to do it, but then there's going to be days where you don't feel like investing in the energy or the project, for example. We all have those days, and you have to honor a time to take action and a time to sit back and ruminate and allow good things to come towards you. But if you have sitting on your shoulders that you told someone that you're going to accomplish something by a certain date, suddenly when it becomes a chore, your approach and your energy towards it is totally different. So I feel this pile are going to work in solitude and keep their successes to themselves and reveal the success when it's done, when it's solid, when it's really complete. And that is when you're going to see that measure of success. And that is when people can just marvel at how much you invested in your life, because so many people, they'll just see the success. They don't see the effort that you put into it. If you think about the butterfly, no one sees the effort that the caterpillar goes through by going through the chrysalis process. Basically, when that caterpillar goes in that chrysalis, it doesn't just have a nice little nap and wake up a butterfly one day. No, it dissolves its sense of self. It gets completely lost in itself in order to transform. And that's what you're doing. You're getting completely lost in something, ambitiously transforming it, and then you're going to reveal it. And then you're watching yourself fly and invest and move on to something else to transform that and build upon that. Now, also, of course, we've got the money card, growth. Expect good news in money matters, a raise or a new job offer. If you're currently looking for a role, whether you're in a job right now or not, and you're just looking for a new position or you want a position, expect one that's going to really make a major impact on your wealth this year. It says money will soon start flowing into your business. So again, if you're an entrepreneur, I definitely see that you're going to increase your profits there, and promising opportunities awaiting for you to invest in. So I feel these are like the hands of the universe. It's like you investing all your knowledge, okay, learning more, spending time on really investing and nurturing those opportunities, watching your budgets and watching the money flow in, transforming it, not spending too much time just all like stuck in one area. I feel like you're making sure that you multitask without overwhelming yourself. And I definitely see that you're sticking to your plans. There's a lot of success around your plans here, and you're just going to watch that money grow and grow and grow. And also we've got this wonderful card here, if I can just pick it up. Okay, this is about as above, so below. Okay, now of course, this is a very famous painting, but as you can see, it's all about connection. So I feel like you're going to meet a lot of important connections this year as well. I also feel that you are going to not just network, but I feel like you're going to promote your work so that you can actually have either overseas connections, or you're going to migrate some of your business or skills to either outsource in terms of accountants, or maybe some sort of investment wealth management. For example, some of you could also be that you are connecting to people like never before. But also I feel this is very important. It's about your focus. It's about your mindset. And this is about you, really believing in yourself. As above, that is the ether, that is the mind, that is the air. So below, it's on earth. It is grounded. It is materializing in a real form, a tangible form, an asset that you will hold in your hand. I always say this, your thoughts become things, and your words are spellings. They're cast out to the universe, creating your destiny. That's why they're called spellings. They are spells. So I definitely see here that you are more mindful about your mindset and how you talk about yourself, and how you talk about your industry, and how you talk about your success and your investment in self. And there's a lot more positivity about you this year. Even though you may feel outside of yourself, the world is a little bit volatile financially, I feel like you're finding a way to grow without overwhelming yourself. Now, of course, we've also got the blue lobster there, okay? And it says, you're 1 in a million, embrace your rarity. So a lot of you are, utilizing that uniqueness about yourself. You're special in some way. You have a unique gift. Now, other people may be doing what you are doing, but you're doing it differently. You're doing it your way. You are the one who has something to say or something to offer here. You are not like anyone else. You are unique, and that really is your superpower. Now, if you think about lobsters, those pincers there are like holding on to opportunity, but also grabbing opportunity with both pincers or both hands there. But also it's about being in the flow. And lobsters have that wonderful shell, don't they, where it indicates that no matter the circumstances, you're protected and that you are directed. And, I feel this is about you being resilient. It's about you kind of being tenacious and sometimes needing to go against the tide. Sometimes going above and beyond sets you apart. And a lot of you, this could be about your time scale or your structure of your schedule. They always say the early bird catches the worm. So I feel something about you is different this year, where you want to utilize your time without distractions. And a lot of you, it's about getting up early there as well. Now, I'm just going to get the seedling card, okay? Obviously, the seedling card indicates that you are breaking through with some sort of transformative financial idea, and it may start small and you may not know how it's going to go, but you have to have faith. You're nurturing something here. This could also be something you already have in motion. It's number 29. When you reduce that, 2 plus 9 is 11. This is your soul path number. This is a year where it is your right to increase your wealth and watch your effort really come to fruition. Also, it's no accident that not only, I'm just going to pop that over there, not only are you getting the tree of life here, if I can just pop that up, you've got the tree of life here, which means a seedling is turning into a huge oak tree there, okay? So tree of life, always connected to the hangman energy. It's number 35. When you reduce it, it's number 8. 3 plus 5 is 8, the number of the self. So this is about rooting yourself, knowing that you're going to be successful, learning new knowledge and new structures, maybe even new technology or something new that's going to inform you and help you to ground yourself and attract more wealth. But you're branching out, and I definitely see here that, this new knowledge and also the wisdom you already have is going to increase that wealth there as well. Now we've also got repetition there, okay? And it says sometimes in order to move forward, you must repeat situations in order to learn important lessons. You know, as you can see there, there's a long corridor. So I really feel that, you know, portals are opening up for you this year. New doors are opening, new chapters are forming. There's a new version of yourself as well. It says patterns, routine, and habits. And if you think about the geniuses of our time, they do something over and over and over and over to the point where, you know, their reputation increases and it becomes clear that they're the only person for the job, or they are the best at what they do. So sometimes I feel, pile one, you could struggle with a little bit of boredom sometimes, or you may feel like you're in like a cycle of repeat, but it's going to be worth it. It's almost like you're investing in the now so that you can benefit later. Continuing something that's really working, or expanding on it, or maybe even just changing or tweaking one little thing just to keep things interesting for you will also benefit. But I see a lot of you also having your ideas in nature. Okay, I want you to be aware of that. I see when you take a walk in nature, there's just going to be a shift of perspective, and I feel suddenly you kind of know what to do. You must take quiet time, but also when you feel there are periods of downtime or nothing's happening, or you're feeling a bit bored or stuck in a rut, I feel this is when you double down. This is when you suddenly go, okay, how can I increase my inspiration? How can I learn something new to build on what I already know? Because this is a year where you are not stagnant. You're not overwhelming yourself. I don't feel like you're going to be burnt out. You've got a lot of resolve within you. I feel like you're energized, and I really feel that this is a great year to completely transform. Now, we also have that clock there, so you're going to be very disciplined with your time, but also you're going to be paying attention to time as well. Lots of meetings, and I feel like you're going to hit your target. Lots of time-sensitive opportunities coming your way, but instinctively and intuitively, you're in the flow and know which is an opportunity for you and which is not. Also, you know, you may see a clock, or I'm seeing like a very ornate watch. A clock or an ornate watch there is what I'm seeing. And when you see one of those, this is when you're going to get some good news throughout the year regarding your wealth. So keep your eyes peeled for really ornate kind of clock towers, or even watches. You could be sitting on subway, for example, and notice someone has a really ornate watch, and you're like, wow, that's really interesting. And suddenly you're going to get some news about your personal wealth, okay? Now, I do see there's an important meeting coming up for you this year, and I want you to have faith in this meeting, that you have all the knowledge you need to get through either to the next round, whether it's a meeting with a financial advisor, or whether it is an interview for a job, or whether it is an opportunity to go overseas, or maybe even a rich benefactor actually invests in your business. Maybe some of you have a partnership deal with either, a social media platform, or even a promoter, or some sort of brand that really wants to partner up and help grow your ideas. Do your due diligence, but I see that it will be a very lucrative partnership or deal, but always make sure that you investigate before you actually connect. But I see a lot of connection here. I see a lot of you, having new clients, new attention, and I definitely see that you're increasing your finances, and generational wealth is something you are going to be concerned with in this lifetime, okay? So I will leave that there, my beautiful pile number one. I'm just going to shuffle some cards before I close your reading so you get some cards in real time. So one moment, please. Anything more, my beautiful pile one, need to know regarding finances? They're having a major glow up regarding wealth, but also in their confidence, how they back their ideas. Okay, so I got to go get those cards because that popped on the floor there. So we got Seven of Cups, you got options, okay? This indicates that you're manifesting and you are focused on many different things this year. Don't feel scattered when lots of ideas come towards you. Have a notebook handy, or write it down in your cell phone, for example. But I definitely see here that you're diversifying. Seven of Cups is really interesting. It means you have many different options to choose from. You have many different focuses, and all of them are going to be emotionally rewarding as well as financially fulfilling. We also got a Three of Pentacles, which means you have plans in motion, okay? The fact that you have so many wealth cards here, it indicates that you're building in wealth. Three of Pentacles, people are already talking about you behind the scenes in a really good way, okay? This means you have a lot of treasure inside of yourself. It means that you're very gifted, very talented. Whenever you get a Three of Pentacles, especially in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there is always one figure who is elevated on a bench and two figures are discussing the person's work. So you are going to increase in your reputation. People are talking about you behind the scenes. You're elevating. And I feel like you are a master of your craft already, but you are building your wealth, but also your ideas. You know, in that Three of Pentacles in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the figure is actually an architect. Okay, and you are the architect of your dreams. You're making things happen. You're shaping things up. You're solidifying, and you started with a blueprint. And I feel this year, you're just going to increase on all that you've been working towards. And it's a very lucrative year indeed. So I'll leave it there, my beautiful Pile 1. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. Very excited for you indeed. And if you'd like to be in with a chance to win a free personal reading from me, I'm bringing back a competition to win a free personal reading. And one subscriber will win that free personal reading from me. All you have to do to enter that is to imagine the world, the earth, the globe in a golden healing light, because I really feel we're going to need it this year. And once you've done that, it will change the vibration. So very important that you visualize that. That's all I ask. And then in the comments box below, put a world emoji and a heart emoji, and I'll enter you into the competition. Now, if you don't have access to an emoji, then just write the words world and heart, and I will enter you into that competition, and I will choose the winner in February. So thank you so much, beautiful Pile 1, and love and light. Well, hello, beautiful souls. If you chose Pile 2, this is your reading. It's clear that 2025 is your year to be spontaneous, follow your heart, nurture your relationships and friendships, and be a bit of a social butterfly, finding your soul tribe members. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not going to excel in other areas of your life, but this is about you valuing who you are, honoring your time, and connecting with your heart space to the people who matter most, but also, really nurturing and investing in relationships. This is the year of balance. Know when to be social, to get out there, have fun, and be more playful, to balance things out, especially as I feel last year was a little bit of a challenging year for you, but this year it's all about fun. It's about manifesting opportunities that bring you joy. But also, if you're searching for love, this is a great year to find your soulmate. And I can see already with the cards that popped out, because I shuffled each deck, and there are a couple of different decks here. Every single deck that I shuffled, a very similar theme was starting to emerge. As you can see, the Lantern, it connects to the Hermit, which means solitary energy. Then we've got some kisses, a little bit of flirtation here. And then we've got bells. So some of you could literally meet the person that you are going to marry. Some of you, of course, may even meet someone at some sort of event like an engagement or a wedding, for example. But if you are currently already in a relationship, this could mean that this year is the year that your person pops a question, or that you know that you're going to settle down with your person. And if you're already married with your person, it could be that you and your person are pooling your finances together in order to make a really big move in your life. You're trusting each other and you're investing in a future together. This could be the year that you want to settle down and have a family, either with children or pets, for example, or whatever your idea of a family is for you. But no matter what's happening this year, your major glow up is in your heart space. You're falling in love with your life again, and you're investing things that once brought you joy, but also you're being more integrated in the community or meeting like-minded individuals. Now, as you can see, we've got feeling deeply. Now, out of this deck, two cards popped out, if I can show you them each. We've got Feeling Deeply and Sacred Traveler. Now, your first card there, Feeling Deeply, is all about the heart space. It's about connecting to your sense of joy, and it is about romancing your life a little bit more, which is what 2025 really is about. But it says here, embrace your feelings and allow to feel them fully. Love is entering your life. Open heart, emotions, and love. This year, it is electric. This is you being a bright spark, magnetizing opportunity. You're having your glow up when it comes to your looks as well. So you may also have been drawn to pile 3, but also as we have some coins there, I feel some of you may actually have had a little bit of difficulty in choosing a pile, because pile number 1 may also have called to you, because you're not just investing in your relationships and friendships. Of course, you are valuing yourself in a different way this year, and you're investing in your finances, and you're just feeling stable. You can invest in a hobby or in, really joyful events, festivals, art, music, theater. This is about you kind of like allowing your heart to sing and connect to a vibration that just makes you feel fantastic. Okay, so this is a year where, just knocked the camera there, sorry about that. This is a year where your heart is literally alive and is excited about all that the world has to offer. So I would say that this is not just about following your heart, but it's about nurturing it as well. So you may be connecting to your health a little bit more this year. And of course, we also have sacred traveler. So a lot of you are promising yourself to explore new places, new faces, new experiences. Literally there is a spaceship there. So it could be that there's an out of this world trip or experience that you're about to have. This could also indicate that some of you, especially if you're single, you could meet someone traveling. I feel a lot of you could be traveling to an event though, because there's romance around you already, and I feel invitation vibes. But some of you, this card can indicate that you are literally going to meet a person who changes your world. This could be someone from overseas, but it could also be that there is an up and coming event that you've already booked that is going to be something that you are going to remember for the rest of your life. It literally says there is an up and coming opportunity for you to move or travel. So if you're in a couple already, this could be you and your partner talking about relocating somewhere, or even purchasing a holiday home, for example, or maybe even investing in a property abroad. Even if you're retired, for example, it could be you and your person deciding to go overseas or invest in something. Or if you are, in a working environment, you and your partner could set up a business together, or even think about migrating your life overseas and finding a job or an opportunity abroad. This card, it indicates that, you're going to be on a new adventure this year. It says journey, movement, and trip. So whatever your heart is focusing on this year, expect there to be movement and improvement on it. Now, this could be that you're going to be super creative. I definitely see that you're going to be more flamboyant, express yourself in new ways. You may actually have additions to your wardrobe, for example, new color, a splash of a different style in your artwork if you're creative. Or it could be that you are going to be more of a social butterfly in, flamboyant places that have a little bit of glitz and glamour there. This is a period where you are being seen and, people are being drawn to you. Now, I do see that a lot of you may have been stuck in a rut, maybe even socially for a little while. You may have been in hermit mode for a while because we still have that lantern there. So the effects of it is still there for you, but you're learning the balance between being integrated and also getting out there and connecting to all the experiences that life have to offer for you. We also have victim mindset. Now, a lot of you have been learning a major lesson about people who drain your energy, okay? People who do not take ownership for their actions, people who basically are in blame mode. And I feel like you have been learning that lesson. Some of you may have noticed some friendships have changed over the last couple of years, and you've been feeling a bit discombobulated by the whole experience. So you may actually have been trying to remove yourself from these people's energetic sphere in order to maybe meet new people, or, to try and find your soul tribe, or even understand why these people have started to react in a different way. But we've got victim mindset here. It says you feel the world is against you, and this will only cause you to attract more negative results. Stop the blame and take responsibility for your happiness. Only only then will abundance start to flow. Now, of course, I am also feeling this in terms of the people that perhaps have been drawn to your kindness and may have drained your energy, or always been in victim mode where they feel that the world is against them or everything always goes wrong, and it may have been putting a dampener on your energy. But also, you must take ownership for your happiness. I feel one of the lessons that you're learning is that your happiness is not tied up in another. You're being more independent, you're enjoying that single time, but also I feel you are not responsible for other people's happiness, because I'm getting a strong indication from this pile that some of you, you're always there for other people, and that is wonderful. Don't ever change that part of yourself. You have a beautiful heart. You lead with your heart. You offer unconditional love and compassion for everyone, your family, your friends, and even strangers. But sometimes you neglect your own needs, and sometimes you may feel responsible for always making sure that everything is right, or everything is magical, or everything is special for a person. And sometimes you're left going, who's offering me the magic? Where is the sparkle for me? You may feel that people start to take advantage of your energy and your offerings. You may also feel that people drain your energy or start to expect certain things of you, and you're just feeling at a low vibe. And you may have felt like you got stuck in a rut. And these relationships are teaching you that other people, their happiness, they are responsible for that. And you are responsible for your happiness. And if you feel a little bit stuck in a rut, or you don't know which way to turn, really tap into what your heart is whispering. This is a time to be silent. When you get the equivalent of the Hermit card, it's the lantern. So this is about shining a light in the darkness. It's about highlighting where you feel that you want to invest your energy. What brings you joy? What excites you? Do you have a hobby that you want to return to? Because I feel this year, your glow up is going to be in creativity. It's also going to be in finances, so a lot of you may mix the two there. But the lantern can indicate that you are seeking inspiration. You want new places. You want new faces. You want new experiences. But it can also indicate that some of the things that you used to do, they just don't hit in the same way anymore. And you are wondering how you can get out of this process. I see a lot of you have been doing some major personal development work last year, and it was hard. Some people, they think spiritual evolution is to suddenly have like an aha moment. To do personal development work and self-care is not about suddenly sitting there and having an epiphany. It's about sorting through the mud of life. And some really difficult experiences come up, and it can also make you feel very lonely, or feel that no one understands you, or perhaps you feel really misunderstood in some way. But in 2025, things are hitting different. Now you're owning your energy, you're more precise about the things that you want, you're taking this time out for you so that you can really invest in yourself, recharge your batteries, reconnect to things in a different way, and see that your energy has changed, and now you can feel more fulfillment in the things that you do and the things that you love. Also, a lot of you have been doing this personal development work, and you may have had trust issues from a previous relationship or a previous experience in love. Whenever we get hurt in a relationship, or we are disappointed or let down in a relationship, especially in love, but it can be in all relationships, we tend to protect our heart. We tend to withdraw. We try to say our piece, but we feel misunderstood. And then if we keep having to say the same thing, suddenly we get really exhausted and think, well, what's the point? So you just kind of withdraw into self and say, you know what, you do you and I'll do me. And then suddenly it becomes quite an isolating experience. And, you spend a period in reflection mode. That's what your hermit energy is about there. And then suddenly you have an epiphany. Like you realize that it's time for you to get out there and do your own thing, to reignite that lust, that spark for life. And I feel that's the energy that you're in this year. There's going to be a lot of adventure. You may have even already booked lots of travel for you to do, some of you independently. I feel some of you also, this is about nurturing in the friendships that you feel are evolving, the people who do invest in you, because, not all of you are searching for your soul tribe. I feel like you will all meet at least one person this year who is new and is a welcome addition to your soul tribe. But I also feel a lot of you are nurturing your friendships in a different way this year. You're investing fully in your relationships, and this could mean that you're going on, road trips together, or a big trip overseas together. It could be that you're getting to know each other in a different way. way. Sometimes when we go and do different events, we learn more about each other and we reveal different aspects of ourselves. So if you're traveling this year with your friends or with a friend, it can be that they reveal a part of themselves that you never knew before. And in turn, you feel like you are wanting to open up a little bit more about your life as well. And your bond becomes even deeper than ever before. Now, this could also be with a partner because you have kisses here. So, of course, kisses, they don't just have to be romantic, but I definitely see that pile 2, if you're looking for love, there is major flirtations this year and you will leave 2025 in a relationship because we've got the bells there. So this tells me, especially with the 2 of Cups as well that popped out, and I shuffled all these cards. So this highlights that there is a deep connection, an understanding relationship where there is reciprocity. And if you had trust issues before, I feel this new person is going to highlight that there is no reason to mistrust love. If you feel love has taught you in the past that it leaves, this person is not going to leave your side. This person is very unique. They may not be your usual type, but I definitely see here they're very attractive and I feel they're very romantic. They go above and beyond to highlight that they are interested in you and that they are sticking around. I mean, it's number 13, which is transformation and change, the end of your singlehood. So if you are looking for love, this is a big year to find your soulmate. But also, I feel this really connects to you feeling really comfortable in your friendships and your relationships, okay? I mean, for some of you, because coins is there, it could be that you are investing in working relationships, that you're building trust with your brand or your business, or that you are, building trust with your boss or with people in positions of authority. And you may be, a bit more of a social butterfly. It could be that you're going to work events and looking at them in a different way rather than thinking, oh no, that's the worst thing to go to a work event and spend time talking about work with people who are at work that you see all the time. It can be that you kind of like look at things in a different way. You're standing out in some way in your career. So it could be that you're building relationships. For some of you, it could be that you're partnering up because the 2 of Cups can be a partnership card. Some of you are partnering up in business, perhaps. Doesn't have to be with another person. It could be with like a social media platform or a brand or some sort of deal coming in for you. But ultimately, I feel like you're being bold and daring and you're nurturing relationships and friendships and people who matter in your life and you're investing fully. Okay, I feel like you're taking ownership of your time and you're going to witness the more you invest in people and situations this year in particular, they're going to invest back in you. You may have noticed in the past that you invested fully in relationships and that people came in and out of your life when they felt it benefited them. But this year, you're honoring yourself, you're investing yourself in a different way, you're valuing yourself and your time differently, and this means that you're erecting healthier boundaries. It highlights that when you teach a person how you expect to be respected and treated, they can have one of 2 options. They can step up or they can step out. And I feel like you're much about that this year, okay? Now, of course, we've got bells here. So this can indicate that, of course, wedding bells for some of you. So as I mentioned already, it could be that it's time that your partner stepped up and asked you to marry them or vice versa. Maybe you're asking this year, but this could also be that, you are going to attend a romantic event where you could meet new people. These could be soul tribe members. These could be, romantic interests, for example, for some of you. But the bells indicate that, you are listening clearly. You're paying attention. Whenever you hear bells kind of ringing out, it's a call for you to listen. And I feel like you're listening to your heart this year and you're listening to what really brings you joy because life is short. And I feel like there is a bit of a wake-up call here for you where you want to get out there and enrich your soul with different experiences, whether you do them alone, because a lot of you are spending time in balance. You're loving yourself differently, you're honoring your time, you're withdrawing when you need to, recharge your batteries, and you're getting out there and having fun and, being flamboyant when you feel it's time to do that. Now, of course, we also have manifestation and Two of Cups, okay? Two different decks, of course, as you can see, but manifestation, this particular card, that is Epidote. So that's the crystal that highlights whatever it is that you want to manifest. The vibration will increase. So I would say that, you can purchase a crystal or stone online, or with a reputable retailer, for example, and it will aid your manifestations. But I feel in particular, my beautiful pile too, that a lot of you want to have richer, deeper friendships and relationships, whether that's, as I said, in love, or whether that's, in the neighborhood, in your community, or whether it's in your soul tribe. I feel that this year it's about you being your authentic self and just investing in the experiences around you, pop-up events in your neighborhood, maybe getting involved in the community in some way, really standing for your truth, standing up for something, maybe petitioning for something. I definitely see as well that if you are in business, this is about promoting your work and having strong alliances in your industry as well. And I only mention that because the coins came out, but I feel this card represents investment. So it means value. You're valuing your heart, you're valuing your time, and the butterfly indicates you've been going through an intense period of growth. And that's kind of a sunflower starting to bloom there. So it's highlighting that you are only going where you feel truly happy this year. And also you've got the Two of Cups. Interesting that the Two of Cups and the manifestation card came out in two different decks, one after another. Two of Cups at grassroots. It indicates you're matching a vibration of something that you want to manifest that you're going to love. Okay, so this could be a deal. It could be, an industry deal. It could be a partnership. It could be a financial deal. It could also be an important meeting. Cups represent your dreams, your goals, but it can also indicate that you're going to be spending quality time with your nearest and dearest and getting lost in each other's conversation or in each other's energy, and really just having time to invest in being a human. Sometimes everyone feels like they need to be a human doing, but actually we're a human being. So this is about taking quality time, finding balance in your life in order to be able to stop and, take a coffee with a friend, or perhaps nurture a relationship, reach out to someone you haven't heard from in a while. I feel 2025 is going to be a year where you actually hear from a lot of people in your past. And these are people that you used to love hanging about with, but life just got in the way. It doesn't mean that they're not investing in the relationships or friendships. I feel you just drifted apart, especially people from when you were younger, like college or university, for example. It could also be people from your neighborhood. I really feel there's an energy of like catching up really deeply and saying, hey, life, what's this all about? Did we ever imagine we're going to be here in this position? And you can laugh at the situation, but also you can sympathize and empathize and say, wow, what a ride. And I feel there is a very deep bond and connection between you and people and your experiences. Now, also, some of you, of course, you could be following your heart. I definitely see a lot of inspiration because of the lantern there, but also, people really appreciating your talents this year as well. People wanting to invest in you, your talents. So if you are an entrepreneur and you were drawn to pile one as well, there's definitely a message in pile one for you as well as here. I feel you're going to benefit from promoting your work. I mean, the butterfly can indicate a lot of networking, that you're going to go from project to project. I definitely see that something you invest in with love will manifest more wealth here as well. Trust the process. Some of you may have gone through a period last year where things were not ticking over as much as you wanted them to, but this is a year of expansion. Jupiter will expand, and although there are some volatile energies economically for the globe in general in 2025, I feel like you are instinctively following your heart. You're doing something that brings you joy, and I feel a lot of people are sitting up and noticing the goods or services that you're actually, offering at this time as well. Now, of course, this is about trust in relationships, though, because a lot of your cards are about the human and relationships. We've got voice, so this is speaking your truth. Remember, your authentic self, speaking your truth, will really be a measure of who is your friend, who's really got you, who really understands you. Because speaking your truth, the friend who stands by your side and listens, understands, or even questions to understand further, this is a measure of true friendship, to be your authentic self and be able to say anything you want in order to express yourself and your opinions, because the right people are going to want to grow with you. They're going to want to understand why you have certain opinions or why you think a certain way. They're not going to cut you off just because you don't either agree with them or, that you have some sort of different view on something. But of course, speaking your truth is going to be a measure of who you need to step away from as well. With the voice card, a lot of you, this could be that you're doing something that you love doing creatively, and it's about promoting your work. Okay. And some of you, this may actually be doing something with your voice where you actually earn money. This card, it says, get your message heard and get noticed. You have much to share with the world. Consider careers in radio, public relations, or anything in communications. The only thing holding you back is your inability to speak your truth. So some of you could have been working on projects under the radar, okay? Perhaps you didn't want to reveal anything that you're working on right now to someone, and it can be that your friendships or some friendships have evolved in a different way. It doesn't mean that you're not being honest with them. It just means you're valuing your privacy on something, and when the moment is right, you'll reveal it, and the true friends will honor that time that you took to be private, because everybody's got something they're going through and they may not want to share. But I feel with that Two of Cups there, this is about coming together and expressing and sharing a little bit more this year, being more open-hearted. But also in terms of relationships, the voice doesn't have to be that, you're just going to do some work in radio or on camera, for example. It can be that, you are going to speak your truth about what you want in a relationship without fear. You are articulating your needs from a healthy place so that you can have your needs met. And this is about transforming how you communicate with a partner. If you're in a high-level commitment already, it can be that you and your partner are being more honest and open about your hopes and your fears and what you want for the future. And it's about investing in the relationship even further. It can also indicate that, both you and your partner have a major conversation about reciprocity this year, about having your needs met and feeling understood by each other. Some of you may even open up about something that perhaps has been private to you for many, many years. You may have struggled to confide in someone about something, and suddenly you find the person, whether it's a friend or whether it's your partner, that you really want to go to that place and discuss it so you can get it out and it sets you free in some way. But, as you can see, there's not just a microphone there. This figure, okay, they have headphones on, a headset. So this can indicate that listening skills in friendships, relationships, something that perhaps you or you're hoping your friends, family, soul tribe members are really working on this year, because it's about being understood. It's about matching each other's vibration. Also, we've got trust. So if you have had your trust broken in the past, whether it's by a family member or a soul tribe member or in a relationship in some way, it could be that you're doing a lot of personal development work to basically process that and set yourself free, because holding a grudge or being angry, these emotions are valid. We must have them. It's human nature to feel those things, and I would never tell you not to feel those things. But anger is a byproduct of someone else's actions. They've either overstepped a mark or they've done something where you are having a reaction to it. And this is someone else's energy affecting your own, and having that anger only is affecting you inside. The other person's getting on with their life. So this is about trusting the process, but also releasing anger or frustration or any kind of grudges there, so that you can set yourself free, so that you can trust in the process that no one else is going to break your trust anymore, because you've erected a healthier boundary and you're making sure that no one has the ability to change your energy. But also, I feel this is building trust in friendships, relationships, in neighborhoods, in business, any day-to-day relationships. I feel like you are honoring those people and they are honoring you back this year. But most importantly, I feel this is in love, okay? So I feel this is about the universe asking you to trust that your needs will be met in love, in a soulmate if you're searching. But also I feel this is about trusting in your partner or trusting in the direction that your relationship is headed in as well. It says here, there is a spiritual reason why you're experiencing this cycle, and this is a good time to connect with your spirit guides. So, your whole reading is about connection. The voice can also be that you are articulating your needs to your soul tribe, but also to your spirit guides, to the universe. Thoughts become things. So I feel this is about you seeing the vision of what it is that you want and communicating it to the universe, writing it down or articulating it by speaking it aloud. Words are spellings, they're cast out to the universe. So when you articulate what it is that you want to say, the universe is listening. Whether it's negative or positive, the universe is listening. And the vibration you put out, whether it's anger, whether it's happiness, joy, it will be reflected back to you. And a lot of you are learning that lesson at this time, because you have been going through this period of growth there. It says perception, awakening, paradigm shift, reformation, new mind, okay, and growth in the mind. So this is about setting your mindset free, having a different approach, being more spontaneous, being wild and free. I definitely see that pile 2, you're rewilding this year, going to vacational destinations that perhaps you've never been to before, loving life, flirting with life again, as it were. But also, I feel like you're going to get a lot of compliments this year as well, pile 2. Even if you're not in a relationship or you are in a relationship, I feel like a lot of people are going to be noticing you. You're very magnetic. I also feel that you are highly attractive both inside and out. I feel there's an energy of people being magnetized to you. But I see growth in relationships and you standing out in some way. And, people coming towards you with kindness and reciprocity is what I see there too. Now we also have the flamingo. So this is all about balance, okay? As you can see, flamingos are very flamboyant. And it says find balance, practice moderation. So this means you must honor your alone time, but of course you must integrate yourself a little bit more. If you think about the flamingo, you'll find the odd one hanging out on its own, but it's more integrated. It hangs out with all the other flamingos dotted around on the salt lakes and things like that. So I definitely see this is about finding your soul tribe if you're searching, but also it's about getting involved in nature. And some of you, it could also be that you are detoxifying this year as well. So some of you may have felt that you couldn't choose between piles. As I said, pile 3 will also really be relevant for you, because a lot of pile 3, when those cards were popping out, it was about honoring the body, mind, and soul. And I feel like this is what you're about this year. You're investing in self, you're following your heart, and you're romancing your life. And you're going to see a lot more investment reflected back to you in those relationships. Now we do have coins here, okay, but also it came out with the heart. If I can just pick that card out, just pop that there. And we've also got butterflies, so let me just get this for you and pop that back there. Got a little bit of OCD there. I love everything in symmetry, so let me just pick that up there for you. So we have the heart, of course, which highlights romance, love, but also following your heart. As you can see, this heart in particular, if I just get it with his hand, this is a locket. So you're a very private person, and I feel a lot of you, this is about opening up a little bit more and connecting to people that you have memories with, as well as creating new memories with new people. But it's number 15, so a lot of you are detoxifying. 15 can be devil card energy, where you notice that people who needed to be fixed, for example, in life, came towards you for fixing. You were their lighthouse in their storm, but you've been giving away your power in those relationships. You're a very kind, generous person, and you've always been a friend to people, but it comes to a point where you cannot keep giving and giving all of yourself to the point where you're depleted and you feel completely drained. So I feel like you're honoring your energy and your heart this year. Also, number 15 energy can be that, you are releasing obsession in relationships, or you're moving away from anyone who's tried to control you or always have it their way. This is about honoring your heart, and this is your time as well. And of course, number 15, it can indicate that some of you have been feeling a little bit stuck. This could be in love. You don't know how to connect to a new person, but I feel it's not about searching for love. I feel it's about searching for you and finding what you love to do in life, and all else shall follow suit. Now we have the 10 of Pentacles kind of energy. It's number 9, of course, which is Hermit. But, you know, the coins can indicate 10 of Pentacles energy. So this is about family. It's about investing in relationships that matter, long-lasting relationships. But of course, coins can be that a lot of you have been really busy recently. You've been focusing on your finances, and it may be that you didn't see as many people last year, or you couldn't invest in friendships as much as you wanted to. But this is about owning your time and finding that balance. That's why the flamenco is actually right in the center. It reminds you that balance is the key, but it's also about investment. You're looking at who invests in you, and you're looking at where people are kind of like flitting in and out of your life. Now, of course, everybody cannot invest all the time. It's about honoring that the best friendships, you can dip in and out of relationships and friendships, and it feels like you haven't, you know, been away from each other for years. But also, it's about knowing when there are toxic relationships or friendships that you feel are benefiting and coming towards you when they need help, or when it's only on their terms. And you've been learning about that reciprocity throughout the years, and now things are hitting different. Now, of course, the butterflies is number 5, which is Hierophant energy. So again, that's another indication of you knowing yourself a little bit deeper, you know, but also it is marriage card energy. So I would definitely say here that you're flipping the script. You are finding a soulmate, and you are destined to meet this person. And I feel it's at a social event, wherever it is. Butterflies are very sociable, and I'm getting strong vibes that it could be an event with friends that is connected to romance. Could be an engagement, marriage, maybe it's like a, you know, baby reveal, gender reveal, something like that. For some of you, it could also be that you're going away with friends and you'll meet someone traveling. But ultimately, I feel this is about you getting out there and, you know, rewilding, spending time in nature, going to events, or traveling to places you've not been to before, being a little bit more spontaneous, utilizing your money in order to build memories, not just to keep, of course, putting it in the bank, which is very important, of course. You know, I feel a lot of you are investing in your savings this year. Some of you may actually purchase property abroad and meet new people in new neighborhoods there as well. But ultimately, I feel like you are utilizing your finances to go out there and have fun and have experiences and really nurture and grow through relationships and trusting the right people. Your intuition is growing as well. And I definitely see that your life is flourishing this year, and you're just going to feel on top of the world, that, you know, you are surrounded with people who care about you, who love you, and want to invest in you, because you are unique, you are special, you have a beautiful heart, and I feel, you know, you are lovable as well. So I definitely see investment, reciprocity in relationships. And if you're already in a relationship and you're already married, it could be that your partner is going to ask you if you want to renew your vows this year, for example. And it could be something that you and your person plan for a little bit later on and save towards, but it's definitely on the cards there, okay? Okay, my beautiful pile 2, I'm just going to shuffle the deck just to get a few more cards for you in real time to see what else you're meant to know regarding your glow up in 2025. Okay, so let me just get that card. We have the 4 of Cups. So this is about, you know, not remaining stagnant. It's about when you're feeling bored, because we all get to a point where we feel we've hit a plateau in some area of our life, and we feel a little bit uninspired, shall we say. This is about flipping the script. It's basically about doing something radical and new, where it kind of reignites that spark. The universe is sending you a lot of opportunities this year. 4 Cups indicates a lot of surprises, but it can also indicate a new direction or a change in direction in some area of your life. Whether it's going to a new vacation destination, or going to a different part of your neighborhood to go to a new coffee store, whether it's embracing a pop-up restaurant that's in your neighborhood or a new art exhibition. I feel this is about the new, because in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the 4 Cups, the figure looks at the 3 cups that are in front of him, and he's kind of closed off. He's been there, done that, got the t-shirt, maybe even burnt the t-shirt a couple of times, but it's like the newness. It's almost like an expectation of things always being the same. But 2025, the universe is sending that surprise cup where suddenly your heart is going to sing with joy, with opportunity, newness, spontaneity, and something that is more fulfilling than ever before. So I really feel this card is asking you, how are you going to fill your cup this year? There's so much for you to do here. And I feel there's so many people who are going to be attracted to this new vibe that is within you. And I feel, the light is sort of shining on through now after a period of going through some very difficult times last year. Okay, so I'll leave it there, beautiful pile 2. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. If you'd like to be in with a chance to win a free personal reading from me, I'm bringing that back. So one subscriber will win a free personal reading from me. All you have to do is imagine the world, the globe, the earth in a golden healing light, because I really feel we're going to need that this year. And all you have to do after doing that, so please take a moment for that, because it will change vibrations in our world if we all do it collectively. And then just put in the comments box below an emoji of the heart and the world, okay? And if you don't have access to emojis, then just write world heart, and I will enter you into that competition, and I'll announce the winner in February. And you have to be a subscriber in order for me to find your name when I actually need to contact you regarding your reading. So a subscriber will be chosen in February. So thank you so much, beautiful pile 2, and love and light. Well, hello, beautiful souls. If you chose pile 3, this is your reading. And it's evident that you are literally going to have a physical glow up in 2025. This is your year to shine, to attract opportunities, to attract people, and really romance your life. You've been investing in your health, body, mind, and soul for quite a number of years. There's a lot of personal development has gone on with you, beautiful pile 3, and it's evident that you are clearing old cycles. A lot of you have been breaking generational cycles, but also you may have gone through a period of feeling really overwhelmed or disappointed with people or situations in your life. But this year is about finding the balance of going out there and being more spontaneous, connecting creatively to different hobbies or different projects, and really feeling in the flow of life. I can see that you are investing in your health. I see that you are being more compassionate. I feel like you're looking at your fears in order to drive them out so that they no longer have control over you. I can see also that you're paying close attention to, what you ingest as well. Your heart health, your feet health. I feel a lot of you are looking at pressure points on the body as well. So it could be that you've been really interested in trying out acupressure this year, or even having acupuncture recently. But either way, I feel this new year really is a new you, because you've been doing a lot of repair work, which is preparing space for good things to come in, but also improvements across the board. Now, a lot of you, I feel you've promised yourself not to lead a sedentary lifestyle. You want to be a little bit more physical in life. I feel like you want to get out there in nature, whether you are ramping up the amount of steps that you do per day, or joining the gym, for example, or just investing in feeling better about yourself. I feel it really pays off. And some of you may have found it really hard to choose which pile. You may have been drawn to pile 2 as well as pile 3, because pile 2 is all about finding a soulmate or love, and also about developing relationships and friendships and deepening those connections in your everyday circumstances. And I definitely see that that's what you're all about this year as well, because we also have wine glass there. So this can indicate that you are spending time with people that you really love, but also following your heart. So I definitely see as well that if you are looking for love, pile 3, that you are also going to meet someone. Even though you're a little bit cautious about getting into a relationship with them, I feel this really is a new beginning for you, and you're breaking a cycle, especially if you've been healing from heartbreak. I can see that you've been doing some major repair work, and now you are setting yourself free. There's unlimited potential for you to walk away from somebody or something that has disappointed you or let you down in your life. And now 2025 is about gaining your heart's desire. It's about doing a deep dive emotionally, even though you're breaking cycles, ancestral wounding, maybe even childhood wounding for some of you. I feel like you're having lots of major epiphanies and breakthroughs so that you are not so critical upon yourself, so that you're more open-hearted, more playful, and allowing yourself to go through a process of being open to more joy. Because I feel, pile 3, that you've been through a lot. You're someone who's a warrior. You've shown up even though you've been going through some radical struggles in the past couple of years. You are someone who is strong because you've had to be strong. You've had to show up for yourself. And sometimes when we go through traumatic experiences, no matter what they are, sometimes we're conditioned to expect the worst or even expect more of the same. And now you're breaking free from that cycle. Instead of being strong enough to manage your stress or your trauma or your sadness or disappointment, now you are strong enough to open yourself to joy, to reignite that lust for life, and recognize that happiness, it is for you, that there are awesome things coming your way where you can feel joy, where you can feel adventure, where you can feel alive again and not allow any doubt or fears to get in the way, especially with that 10 of Swords there. This is the end of a cycle where you overthink things. This is about honoring your body, mind, and soul, but also watching the thoughts you have, so that you do not tear yourself down, have more compassion with yourself. So I also feel a lot of you are recognizing that emotions are temporary. This too shall pass. We all go through cycles of feeling intense highs or intense lows. Sometimes when we do a deep dive into our shadow self, that's where we do a lot of critical thinking, and it can, raise some difficult experiences or memories from the past in order to process and release. But also, when we identify who or what the situation is that we need to process or release, it can be really hard to summon all that strength to let it go. And what I mean let it go is you don't want to revisit that again. However, the memory can haunt, especially 10 of Swords. Swords are of the mind, and it can indicate that either in the past you have been betrayed by a person, a friendship, a loving relationship, or an experience. Could be a boss, could be a neighbor. There's some betrayal there. You may have felt that at some point, that you've been challenged to the point where you felt rock bottom, and now you are making your way up and you're transforming your life, but also you're transforming your thoughts. You're having more confidence in yourself, more opportunities are being magnetized towards you. When you get the wine glass, there's something to celebrate here. Something is coming towards you that you've been diligently working towards, and it's not just your health and your mindset. It's about your manifestations. There is definitely a new year, a new you, and of course your first card there is new path, okay? So it says here, you've cleared karma. Look at that. A cycle has ended. That's why you got the 10 of Swords, not the 9 of Swords, because something difficult and challenging has come to an end for you. It says you've cleared karma, and now your soul is leading you to new experiences. All the steps may not seem clear just yet. Continue moving forward, and the path will begin to reveal itself. A new path and a new year and a new chapter require a new version of yourself. And I feel, especially with the hands there's a lot of repair work you've been doing. We've got the mermaid for a deep emotional dive there. We've got sandcastle. Everything is temporary, divine timing. So I feel like you're noticing how emotions come and go, and that you have finally broken through a cycle that has been super challenging, especially as we have the card of dependence there. It says there's something or someone you are clinging to, and it's keeping you from stepping into your light. So although you've come a long way and you're breaking a cycle, I feel this was the reason it took so long. People ask, how long am I going to spend processing the shadow self? How long am I going to keep learning a lesson? But it is until we finally set ourselves free from a person or experience where we feel it's really hard to get over that. Sometimes we can marvel or be furious at the fact that someone has crossed a boundary or disrespected us or, set us up to fall or disappoint us in such a monumental way or betray us. And it can take a long time to really get over that. But we must acknowledge that, these feelings, whilst they are important, they are temporary. But if we keep revisiting them, the only person they are hurting are you. So I feel a lot of you are releasing these experiences, these thoughts, and these people so that you can set yourself free and really not hurt yourself with the memory of this anymore. It says, you have everything you need to succeed, and the only approval you need is your own. So I definitely see that in your maturity, you are moving away from people who have drained your energy or depended on you to fix them or fix their problems. You're a great friend. You're always there for everybody who needs you and your energy and your kindness and your generosity. But sometimes people have mistaken your kindness for weakness, and I feel like you have found it very hard to deal with that because you met them with an open heart and you may have felt that they kind of broke your trust in some way. So I definitely see a lot of, similarities to pile 2. So if you were drawn to that, there may be some message in that, especially if you're looking for love. If you are looking for love, I feel like you are going to meet a soulmate this year, okay? You are lovable. Some of you are mending a broken heart, or you, because we have that little broken heart there, or you have been single and you've not met your soulmate yet, and you may have felt the universe has left you out. But I see a lot of you coming out of your comfort zone, especially since there's other cards under there that we'll get to in a moment. And I feel like you are like walking into a new future. So with the scales, I feel a lot of you have been kind of like balancing things out. But let's get back to the main energy that is in your reading. I feel like everything is in moderation. There's a time to rest. There's a time to be physical. There's a time to really think things through. And there's a time to set yourself free and be present and enjoy the moment and be spontaneous. And I feel like you're finding balance in all areas of your life, okay? This indicates that you are going to get some good karma. On the Justice card, which is all about karma, there's a scales, okay? And of course, you've got a card that highlights that you are breaking some sort of cycle of karma and you're setting yourself free. So I feel whatever it is that you experienced that was challenging or hurtful or disappointing, it's done. I feel like you're moving on now with a clear slate. And now the only way is up. Better friendships, better relationships, reciprocity in all things, better exchanges. This doesn't have to be in terms of, relationships or love. It can be in terms of your experiences in your job, for example, or in life in general. I feel there's going to be a fairer exchange this year, but it comes from this sense of valuing yourself in a different way and erecting a healthier boundary there as well. It all starts with the mindset, and that's why with that 10 of Swords there, I feel a lot of you have this energy of overthinking, but also of, anxiety sometimes. And this could be based on previous experiences. So I definitely see that you're empowered this year. And I feel like however you're approaching your health, because it's going to be different for every one of you. Some of you may have cut something out this year or even limit something that you want to moderate in your life. This doesn't have to be a substance, but because we have the wine glass there, for some of you, it could be an alcoholic beverage, for example, or it could be something that you feel isn't good for you, or something that you need to have in moderation, for example. Wine glass, the main energy I'm getting from this is celebration. Two people clinking a glass and celebrating something. But ultimately, because pile 3, I feel a lot of you are doing some repair work. I mean, some of you, this will be in your home. So it could be that you're having a glow up in your home space or your sanctuary, because that will also reflect on your mental health as well as your physical health there. Some of you may even find an elixir of something that helps you with some symptoms. If you've been trying to manage some health symptoms over the last couple of years, it could be that finally you get to grips with these things and you are able to manage them better. It could be that a practitioner or someone helps you find a way of managing things, or, making sure that the symptoms are at a certain level where they do not impact your everyday life. But the wine glass, I'm seeing for you like interesting meetings having more fun with friends. If you're currently searching for your soul tribe, I feel that you're actually going to meet people who resonate with you on the same level. But also, I feel there's a lot to celebrate this year. So if you have been struggling, I feel everything is occurring in divine timing. And because it didn't happen for you last year, you may have felt it's not happening. But 2025 is your glow up year for your health, for your body. You're attracting more attention. You're attracting more opportunities. But also, I feel that the thing you've been manifesting for such a long time is actually going to really hit this year. And you are going to see why it didn't happen last year and why it was meant to come this year instead. There's a lot of new beginnings for you, especially with that Ten of Swords. It keeps drawing me, which means like you're on target for a fresh new start. We got new path there, okay? And a Ten of Swords indicates that you've got to a certain level and now you're breaking through. You're smashing through like a glass ceiling. And we've got the foot here. Well, it's a boot, but it could be that you're focusing on your foot health, because I'm scrying in the crystal ball at the same time as doing your reading, and I can actually see a foot there. So it could be that you are, looking at pressure points or how you are moving forward. It could also be that you're putting one foot in front of the other, taking it step by step, repairing something in your life right now. But ultimately, I feel like you're on solid ground. I mean, the boot can also indicate that you are giving something or someone, literally the boot, from your life so that you can manage stress levels, or you can, erect healthier boundaries so that people do not overstep a mark. It's number 41. That's why I'm being given this energy of challenge, because when you reduce it, 4 plus 1 is 5, which is Hierophant. So that can indicate you're trying to create structure so that people do not overstep a mark, or people do not, push your buttons in some way. But ultimately, the boot, it indicates that you're taking things step by step and you're moving forward. There is improvement here. You're stepping into a new version of yourself. And I feel it starts with your mindset. But the next deck, I shuffled each deck individually and they all had like a common theme. There's like a new path. You've been doing some repair work. You're doing a deep dive emotionally here. You're following your heart. You're healing your heart. A lot of you are focusing on heart health this year as well. And it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with your heart. It means that you're valuing yourself, because your body is your home. So I feel that you are actually paying more attention to what you put into your body and how it affects your body, mind, and soul. So it could be that you're looking at sugar, for example, how sometimes it gives you increased energy and focus, but then it gives you large crashing lows, makes you feel a little bit of brain fog, for example. So please apply it to your situation. I feel like you are focusing more on what you put into your body, but also you're focusing on your mindset this year. And these cards, even though I shuffled every deck and they're all different decks, they seem to have this measure of balance, reciprocity, and moving forward, improvement. And these cards here as well, as you can see, we've got be a sport, we've got comfort, and we've got creative forces there. So I feel like you're connecting to hobbies, and I feel like you are following your passions this year. You're being more physical in your body, whatever that means for you. It doesn't have to mean that you're hitting the gym. It doesn't have to mean that you're going out of your way to do something radical like train for a marathon or anything like that. I feel it's, in alignment with whatever it is you feel is necessary to, increase your sort of serotonin levels, but also be mindful about your health. And we've got comfort there. So it's about finding balance, not living a sedimentary lifestyle, so that you can actually have the best of both worlds, but also be creative, follow your passions. I feel like you are the architect of your dreams here. And it all starts with what it is that you want. And I feel physically you're having a glow up. A lot of you may try new products as well, to increase and enhance whatever it is that you have already. Because I feel like pile 3, you're naturally very beautiful, naturally very handsome. Please take it as it resonates. I feel like you are someone that people kind of notice. Even if you feel like they do not notice you, you attract attention and you're going to attract a lot more. You're someone who literally is a good sport. I feel like you're always championing other people, and sometimes you champion everyone else, but you forget about championing yourself. I feel there's an energy here of you sometimes being a little bit critical upon yourself, and you actually are a very talented person. We've got creative forces. Your creativity is endless. The creative power within you is greater than you realize. So I feel this is about exploring your creative gifts, but also I feel this is about, adding more flair and color to your life. This doesn't have to be just your palette when it comes to your paintbrushes. It can be your clothes. It can be the things that you surround yourself with, art, postcards, music. I feel there's an energy here of really, exploring who you are and opening yourself up to different experiences as well. And of course, we've got comfort. So a lot of you could be doing some DIY in your home space, maybe using a color palette that will affect your mind to bring more peace. This is about you feeling comfortable in your own skin, as well as in your business, in your industry, in your neighborhood, in your friendship. It's all about reciprocity. What you give, because you give so much of yourself. You're so hands-on. You're actually very independent, and you tend to follow your heart. But sometimes, people, especially in jobs, can also see that you're very passionate about what you do and want to take advantage of your skill set or your passion, and sometimes maybe not kind of offer you what you truly deserve when it comes to finances. But this year it's about reciprocity. It's about investing in your dreams, following your heart, and watching the rewards. Just like you're investing in yourself, body, mind, and soul, you're seeing the rewards. And we've also got here, it says, though you're not exactly rich right now, you'll be living comfortably. But also it can indicate that you're entering the most comfortable period of your life, and your finances are in a state of balance as well. So this is just feeling like everything is going in the right direction for you, that things are going to be nice and comfortable. But it can also indicate that some of you don't want to get too comfortable, because that's when you start to feel a little bit of low vibe energy, or you feel a bit stuck. You need to keep things spontaneous. So I really feel that you're challenging yourself this year to do things that are radically different. And we've also got the 10 of Swords here, and we've got the heart protection, pink fluorite. Okay, so this could be a stone here, a crystal that will really benefit your heart health, but also protect you from people who take advantage of your kindness. And especially in love, if you have trust issues or you've been betrayed in the past, I feel that this will help you on your healing journey. But I really feel this is an important card to highlight, that you are protected in all your endeavors right now. Number 7 is moving forward. Number 7 is Chariot card energy, which means that you're locked onto a goal. This figure, it says hearts, and she's pointing at something. It's like, I want that. You can have whatever it is that you truly desire. But I feel like this year you're really hands-on, you're making things happen, and I feel you're going to trust the process and see that the possibilities are literally endless for you. I mean, this is what it says here. My opportunities are endless. Okay, and you can see there the sun. So it's really important to recognize that you are noticing who drains your energy, who actually helps your energy increase. We all have that one friend. We can be there for that person all the time, and they feel like, they're in victim mode, or they can never find a way out of a challenge. You're not abandoning those people, but it can be that if you feel that they're not making an effort to help themselves, that you are kind of distancing yourself a little bit in order to protect your energy. But I feel more than anything, you're protecting yourself against toxic experiences, toxic people. I feel like you're so fed up. You're so over so much right now that you are one of the strongest people, and you have one of the highest boundaries now. So you're literally teaching people how they can approach you and what you will accept. And you are not accepting less than you truly deserve, because you have had enough of people underestimating you, or trying to undervalue you or undermine you, whether that's in friendships or frenemies, or whether that's in business where people try to power play with you, or whether it is, in families or, in neighborhoods. I feel like you've just had enough. You are balancing things out. This year is about you honoring yourself, protecting your energy, and going where you feel truly happy. Now that 10 of Swords, it can indicate that you are changing your mindset. You're shifting perspective, and you're noticing noticing when doubt creeps in. You're noticing when you get extra critical on yourself. I'm actually seeing in the crystal ball there, I'm scrying, as I said before, I'm seeing someone with like an elastic band around their arm and like pinging it every time that you catch yourself having a negative thought. So either this is something you've promised yourself to do, or it's something you've been told to do. Some of you may have gone through a counseling period where the counselor or a therapist has recommended that you catch yourself with negative thoughts, because I feel like you're shifting those things, but this could also be a graceful ending of something that you've been thinking for a long time, or you're releasing a block. This block can be in terms of love, especially if you've been betrayed. It can be that you've protected your heart, because we have heart protection there. It can also be that if it's a family member who's let you down, for example, it could be that you're protecting yourself against this relationship. I feel this will change in the future if it is a family member, or even if it was a person you fell out with. I feel like the way that you're honoring yourself now and having a healthier boundary, it's teaching this person about taking responsibility for their actions. And I see that there will be an olive branch offered in time. For some of you, this could also be an ex that tries to revisit you or reconnect to you. But the Ten of Swords indicates this chapter is firmly over. You've closed that door. There's no more temptation. This person may offer, an invitation to go out for a drink. They may even contact you under the influence for some of you. Not all of you, but, I feel this is when this person speaks their truth. There is love there, but ultimately this person is not emotionally available to offer you the love that you truly deserve. And there is someone coming your way who is going to offer you friendship, loyalty, love, passion, romance, all the things that you felt were missing in a previous relationship. But if you continue to go back or live in the past or revisit a haunting memory of someone and how they treated you or conducted themselves in the relationship, which if you're honest is really them projecting how they feel about themselves, this is going to keep you stuck in that cycle, and you're breaking cycles right now. So I really feel that you should be very proud of yourself that you're not going backwards, you're only moving forwards. Now, we also have hands, okay? And of course we've got mermaid. I'll get to the sandcastles one in a moment, but that basically is like everything is temporary, which means how you feel about something, you realize that, you are not allowing someone to mess with your equilibrium. It also means that you're not responsible for someone else's happiness. You're responsible for your own. And it can also indicate that, you are not having any of your happiness tied up with another person or even with things. The hands can also connect to the pressure points, as I mentioned, about stress or managing your health, but also there's a lot of repair energy going on here. And it doesn't have to be that it's repair, in your body or in your mindset. It can be that there's repair in your home. So some of you are literally, as I mentioned, doing a bit of DIY in the home space. I mean, there's another sort of palette of color there. So it can be that you're embracing color more. For some of you, it could be that you're having some light therapy, especially during, darker months. It could be that you've bought a light lamp, for example, to change your mood, or you are expressing yourself through art. Some of the greatest artists of our time, they did some of their best work during their blue period, which means they were going through their shadow self. When they were going through a process of working themselves out or experiencing things that perhaps were painful or sad, this will be one of your most creative years where you get it out cathartically. And a lot of you could also see your work be exhibited in a gallery, for example. If you're an artist, it doesn't have to be art. It could be music. It could be poetry. It could be that you are physically getting something written down on a page or writing a book about something, for example. You may not be doing this for money. You're doing this as a cathartic experience, but you could actually earn money from this as well. Also, some of you may literally be drawing up plans for a home, or it could be that you are getting back on target with your plans and you're making your plans become a reality. If you had a setback last year, I definitely see that you're moving away from this setback and that actually there is a more comfortable period ahead for you. We've also got mermaid. Mermaid is a very important card because it means that you are in a state of attraction. You're not chasing. you're attracting. And that's in terms of love, it's in terms of opportunity, money, health. It's also in terms of friendships, and it's in terms of energy as well. So I feel a lot of you are noticing the sort of person or sort of experiences that you've been attracting, and you've been looking at it, sitting with it, and asking yourself, is there a lesson to be learnt in this? And if you have not identified the lesson, you will identify the lesson. There's always a message from spirit, and sometimes we get lessons that we never asked for. I mean, a lot of the time we get major lessons that we really did not ask for, and some of them are super painful. But in years to come, you'll look back at this period as a period of empowerment for you. And 2025 is when you are going from strength to strength. Whatever you've been struggling with, it is temporary. It says here, everything is temporary. You're washing something away, and divine timing is taking over, which means a manifestation or an opportunity is coming your way. Whether it's in love, whether it's in money, you're doing a deep dive emotionally to see what you really value in life, but also what really fulfills you. And you are following your heart so you can feel fulfilled, and you are searching for joy. You're literally romancing your life a little bit more this year and paying attention to the whispers of your heart, because the heart, you know, we've built a very loud environment where it's hard to hear our heart. We have airplanes flying over, we have text messages, calls, you know, we got radio, we got the internet. We are bombarded with information and sounds. And, you know, sometimes it's really hard to connect with nature or connect to the vibration of your heart. But I definitely see that this year you are spending a little bit more time in balance, in solitude, in reciprocity with the vibrations of the universe. And it says here hearts, and because you can see there's a broken heart there. So a lot of you, I feel like you're leaving a broken heart behind, or you're leaving an experience that disappointed you way behind. It doesn't have to be about romance. It can be a setback, or it can be something that you experienced where something you wanted, your expectations were not met. And I feel this year it's totally different. You are on a vibration to get what you desire. Divine timing is taking over here, and you're going to spot the thing you want. And because you are in mermaid energy, it means that you're in a vibration where you're attracting it. You're not chasing it. It is being delivered to you because it is time. Okay. Now, of course, a lot of you, this could be love, because I definitely see soulmate energy. Someone you feel comfortable with, someone you trust, someone who is not going to betray your trust, someone who walks with you, is proud to be by your side, someone who will toast your wins and will offer you sanctuary when life gets a little bit overwhelming, because life, it is like being on a surfboard. You know, you have to ride that wave of life. Sometimes there's ups, sometimes there's downs. That's just life. You know, it's not all rainbows and unicorns. But I feel you're attracting a partner or friendships or relationships around you where there is reciprocity, and people who want to raise you up, who want to support you in your endeavors, not fix things, but be there for you in solidarity. So I definitely see reciprocity is the key. A lot of you investing in your health, a glow up there, in a state of attraction, you know, getting compliments from people. I feel a lot of you are just going to feel better about yourselves as well, feel lighter. I feel an energy of some of you going to the ocean this year as well. This could be a vacation that you're promising yourself to go on, maybe even a new destination there. But I definitely see, you know, a lot of you are going to be having a glow up, and you're going to set yourself free and experience new places, and maybe even meet some new faces there as well, because I see a lot of you may meet a person who you do not know yet. This is a stranger, but they will become a friend, and I feel this is going to be a friend for life. So if some of you are searching for soul tribe members, I definitely see you meeting a person who will have a major impact on your life this year. Now, of course, as I mentioned, just because this is a primary focus of you and you're going to be having a major glow up physically, mentally, and emotionally this year, it doesn't mean that other areas of your life are not going to, you know, expand, or you're not going to excel in those areas. It just means you're going to notably see that, you know, your relationships are changing, how you feel about life is changing, the opportunities that come your way. You're in a state of attraction, which means you're not forcing anything, and you're just going to put one foot in front of the other and trust the process. You're breaking cycles, and you're attracting good karma. So I feel this year you're going to feel more fulfilled than ever before. And also you are treating your body like a sanctuary, because it is a sanctuary. It is your home. So I feel that you're paying close attention to what your heart needs in terms of emotional fulfillment, but also in terms of creativity. And I feel like you are mastering your thoughts. Easier said than done, I know, but a lot of you may even find yourself going to do some meditation, or you may be going on a spiritual retreat where you can learn to deepen your connection with your higher self. But more than anything, I feel you leave the year on a high, knowing that you invested in yourself and you know your worth, and everyone will adjust their behavior accordingly. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to go and shuffle a few cards just to see what else my guides want you to be aware of at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful pile 3? What do they need to know regarding their investment in self for their highest good? Can you please show them the way? They're finally breaking free of something. What is it they need to be aware of? So we have the 7 of Coins. The 7 of Coins is the fork in the road. It means you're investing in yourself. If it doesn't feel good, you're letting it go. If it feels good and it feels like it is healthy for you, then you are investing in more of that. 7 of Pentacles can also indicate that some of you are exploring hidden talent this year as well. And, 7 of Pentacles can indicate that you've been working really hard on yourself, body, mind, and soul. Pentacles are all about health. They're about your plans. They're about the foundation. And it can feel that for some of you, you've been seeing slow processes. You've been seeing a little progress, and you may have felt that the journey has been a long path. And some of you have been feeling fed up. 7 of Pentacles can be like, there has to be an easier way, or there's another way. And I feel like you're about to have that breakthrough moment. 7 of Pentacles means something you've been investing in for a long time. You're going to see rewards in it. So it could be that you're investing in, a diet or exercise routine, or a better sleeping pattern, or spending better quality time with people, or vetting your social circle, for example, or cutting out connection to a person who perhaps has been coming in and out of your life and not investing in it. Maybe someone who promises you the world and delivers nothing. I'm actually being given something right now. This has come up in a reading in the past, but if you haven't heard this before, then I'm just going to say it just in case. But I'm being given by my guides, because although I'm scrying at the same time as doing a reading, I'm also channeling from my guides. And they're giving me an analogy of a snake. If a snake bit you, you wouldn't run after that snake and ask it why it hurt you. You wouldn't ask that snake why it has been toxic towards you. In fact, you'd run in the opposite direction so fast and try and find an antidote, and never, ever revisit that snake again. So why do we revisit people who have taught us once that they are toxic or that they hurt us? Or why do we seek answers from people who have hurt us or let us down? Sometimes we don't need an answer. Sometimes we don't need to plead with a person to give us a response. Sometimes our response is to walk in the other direction and not seek healing from them or answers from them. Sometimes the antidote is to remove yourself from a situation that is toxic or is hurting you. And that doesn't have to be in terms of people either. It can be substances. It can be things that we put in our body that hurts us, that we kind of think, that's nice, I like it, I need comfort. Where are your triggers? Where are your quick fixes? I feel like you're managing stress levels. I feel like you are investing in yourself in a different way this year, and you're going to see the benefit and the results. You're owning it, and I feel like you're valuing yourself in a different way. So that's something that my guides wanted to give you just now. You're investing in the people who are investing in you. But also, I feel that you're closing a chapter to anyone who does not see your value or your true worth, okay? Life is not a dress rehearsal. It is the main event. So now you're honoring your time, and you are the main character in your story, and you are conducting yourself accordingly. So I definitely see here that when you leave 2025, you're going to love yourself in a deeper way. The self-care routines that you're going to be doing are going to be fabulous. I see a lot of you in love or deepening your connections with your significant other if you're in a relationship already. And I just feel like you're in a different energy and you're conquering your mindset and you're conquering your world. There's a lot of success here that flows from these experiences. So there is a lot of success, joy, and opportunity coming towards you because you are in a state of magnetism. You're not chasing, you're attracting. And that's where your glow up is going to be this year. Attracting friendships, love, loyalty, reciprocity, money, opportunities, and experiences that you've never had before. Because spontaneity is the key to keeping things interesting, but also variety is the spice of life. So I'll leave that there for you, pile 3. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. Also, if you'd like to be with a chance to win a free personal reading from me, all you have to do is visualize the globe, the earth, the world, in a golden healing light, because I really feel we're going to need it this year in 2025. And all you have to do after you've done that, very important, that's all I ask from you, is that you visualize that, because it changes the vibration collectively if we all do it together. And then in the comments box below, put a world emoji and a heart emoji. And if you don't have access to emojis, then just write the word world and heart, and I'll enter you into the competition. I will announce the winner in February, and in order to find your name amongst thousands of people who enter the competition, it has to be a subscriber, because when I type in the details of someone's name, if it's not a subscriber for some weird reason, the name does not connect, and I cannot find the person to say, hey, let me send you this personal reading. So subscribe to the channel, because it will be a subscriber where I can find the name. And of course, it's not me just trying to find people to subscribe to my channel. You know, if you invest in the competition to try and win it and you don't win this time around, you obviously can unsubscribe if you want. But, you know, in order to find your name, it has to be a subscriber. So I will leave that there. Thank you so much, pile 3, and love and light.